Y'all, give me a second. He all of a sudden decided he needed some attention because he knew I was getting ready to do a video. What you want? What do the doggy want? Huh? What do the doggy want? You about to, Bowie. Bless you. Oh my God. Y'all hold on a second. Okay, if y'all only knew how long it took for me to get to this point, but the pause and then the comeback is all eyes. But anyways, Bo was having a moment. So yeah. So anyways, had to put my boobies up. Anyway, I think it was just a little too much boobage to be in the video. I need y'all to be here, not here. Okay. Um, but anyway, so I said earlier, I mentioned, very briefly that I wasn't going to go see my dad today. I did. I was over at my parents' house Thursday and Friday. Um, so I felt good. So I'm like, I just, like I said, I don't know if I've mentioned it here, but I said the riffraff is going to be in town. Just it is what it is. I really didn't want to go into it, but you know what? Hey, since lines have been crossed, why not? Okay, so here we go. So my daughter called me just now, um, and she let me know that she was like, you should come, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. And then I was made aware of little petty slights about me was brought up, and I'm just like, see, that is why I choose not to go, because I'm not going to go anywhere where I have to fake the fun. I don't care who or what we are celebrating. I'm peaceful, and I decided to choose peace because I ain't got time. Because my eldest sibling, and then the one right after me, they're a piece of work, and I don't have time. But then you want to kind of talk crazy about me slightly in front of my child. Okay, okay. So let me just say this: if you just want me there, and so instead of trying to be whatever in front of my, behind my back, and you want to do it in front of my face, just, hey, don't ask my child if I'm coming. Reach out to me. Be a woman about your shit. Okay. Secondly, what else was I gonna? Oh, hold on, y'all. So, secondly, I was getting accused of being petty. Okay. So, me showing up is petty to whom exactly? Because I've seen my father 2 days last week. And Bo Bear, can you not? Because I don't know if what you're doing, the sound is coming over here, but can you chill out, please? Please. Thank you. My dad reached out to me, asked me to come over and try to resolve something with my eldest sister. And I choose not to respond because no. And I think I just recently mentioned this. When I stepped to her as a woman on my own, and you're doing nothing but lying, trying to play the victim, uh, you don't want to take accountability, no. So that being said, now the ball is in her court. It's not for you to pick the ball up, Dad. It's for her to pick the ball up. It's in her court. You're just a spectator. And then, oh, we'll do it for your dad. No. No, I am an adult and I weigh the scales in my life, whether I'm right or wrong. I pray God reads my heart and know my intentions in my mind, read my heart, and know what my intentions are. But I have the say so. No one is going to, well, you should do this because of this. You should do. I don't care. For the two siblings that I do speak to, I'm not even talking to them right now. And it's not that I don't care. I don't, I'm doing me right now. And I want to enjoy me before I decide to open up my world back to everything outside of my world. So, anyways, back on me getting accused of being petty. I don't know. So that would mean that you want to see me. And this is just me just making it make sense because what she was said makes no sense. This is the narcissist speaking, by the way. I don't see how my presence not being there is petty. Unless you really wanted to see me and I had knowledge of it and I might have hinted that I was coming to you to see you and then I don't show up. That would be the only thing that would make sense in my book as to label me not showing up as being petty. But if you just want to see me, you know how to reach me. Okay. Secondly, you ain't shit. And this video ain't gonna get deleted. It's not. You ain't shit because on Mother's Day, you did not. Maybe you don't have. You know what? You don't even have to buy our mother a gift. Maybe show up. Maybe have a meaningful conversation over the phone. But what do instead? You call our mother, and tell her what you got on Mother's Day. Got her nothing. No gratitude, no nothing. Mind you, my mom was getting up at 5 a.m. to make sure your Rugrats was getting to school. You got a whole ex-husband, or if y'all are divorced, you got a whole ex-husband, number 2, that why is he getting a pass? Why is our 70-something-year-old mother having to wrangle your badass kids? And my dad, he gets away scot-free. He has no parts in babysitting, picking children up, nothing. It's always been this way. You don't speak shit about him. But my mom is a shit name, be drugged through the mud if she decides, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I don't. And my mom had to write a letter and tell her, look, I'm not doing this next year. A letter. Makes no sense to me. But anyways, so Mother's Day, you buy our mother nothing. Show no gratitude. Father's Day, not only do you show up, you put in on a gift that I didn't even put in on this gift. I said, no, I don't want no parts. I'm good. I will buy something else. Maybe that was petty. Maybe it was petty that I chose not to be a part of what y'all were putting money towards. And I decided to buy a completely different gift. Something he actually needs. Something that he's actually going to use. Versus what y'all got him. It's going to be a one-time use. And we will never see him again. I don't want to go into the details of what it is and why, but I would rather buy something meaningful, something helpful, something needed, something wanted. So, while you over there fixing your mouth to talk about me behind my back in front of my child, which she is a grown woman and is well within her rights to step into a grown woman's place. Well, not because she's already there, but step into a respectful stance against you. You gonna talk crazy about mom? Take that somewhere else. If she chose to do that, because it almost made me. The thought of it almost made me get in my car and want to go over there and confront her for trying to talk crazy about me in front of my child, because the audacity of you. But I already knew that that was not going to be a good situation, because I could already see my pepper spray fly, and I have a taser, so I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I choose not to challenge. We no challenge today. No walla. No walla. So if that's petty, then why don't you go get him one too then? Or better yet, why don't you go get him something to accompany what I bought him? So if that makes you feel better, because it's no competition at the end of the day. I am not in competition with anybody but my damn self. And even then, I just know each day I gotta be better than before, because when I step outside, oh my God. It's still a friendly and loving competition over here with me against me. It's me against me. It's not even, it's me with me. But anyways, that's the only thing I could think that me. But okay, back on the subject though. Let's not forget, while you're trying to host a Mean Girl session, that back in 2018, I decided, you know what? I'm going to get out of the Mean Girl group with my eldest sister. And I'm going to be a better sister to her. Did that. Then my eldest sister felt threatened in a type of way. We're going to fast forward the assault that they did it against each other, which somehow that had something to do with me. Crazy, right? That was words coming from my eldest sister, and she's evil and crazy. So, and this is facts, because I've already told y'all the story of how she tried to smother me as a baby more than once. But, we'll talk about that maybe another day. Again, another day. Yeah, so she felt a type of way after I did that. So it was no more lunchtime gossip about the middle child. Oh Lord. And the one who accused me of being petty. Let's drop some fake names, shall we? Veruca. Is that the name of the girl from Willy Wonka that turned blue and blew up and everything? Yeah, we'll call her Veruca. And then the eldest will be just the eldest. Just think of old and ancient looking, with bags packed for forever vacation. So the eldest felt a type of way. Meanwhile, I'm babysitting for Veruca, coming over. Just I use babysitting as a way of not only bonding with her new child at the time, her newborn child at the time, but with her as well. And I didn't like her husband at the time, so it felt, well, after I got past whatever, I was like, you know what, Keisha, give him a chance. So it was a way for me to bond with the both of them. So some time went on. Oh, and mind you, so it was Veruca's birthday. They were having a pool party. And then so the eldest called me and was like, oh, what's she saying? I know she's talking about me. And I'm just like, no, like she's actually saying that, you're welcome to come over and this, that, and the third. And then I got accused of acting funny from the eldest. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm here and, I'm having fun. And I'm just like, wow, I think this was before the assault against Veruca and the eldest. They be fighting on each other. Again, somehow had something to do with me, which, yeah, word from the eldest. So yeah. Um, yeah, so it was, I felt like I was generally rebuilding a relationship. When she would talk crazy about our mom, I would fall back. And I let her know, like, oh yeah, a lot of times when we would sit here and talk, it'd be because you be talking, real crazy about our mom, and you were treating our mom bad. And like, there was a time I had to go out into a storm to make sure my mom was okay. I can't remember what the situation was, and it had something to do with her too. I can't even remember what. I'm just like, fucking foul as all get out. How Veruca treated my mom during that time. So, there would be times, yeah, we would call, like me and the eldest, just dedicated tea time to just talk about, just shit talk Veruca. And then when we'd have family gatherings because of Father's Day or Thanksgiving or Mother's Day, whatever, then it would be the Mean Girls group. And so she started to not show up. And so then my dad, like, well, he would be whine and cry, well, why don't you invite her such and such? And I'm like, and then was like, well, okay. And then we would try. And then she wouldn't show up. Or if she did show up, she's only there for 2 seconds and then she leave. And so I've been on the very position that she's in. I've been there. The difference between me and you is I've elevated from that since then, since trying to be a better sister to you, since letting you know the things, the insides of what, how things went down the way they did when I was part of the Mean Girls group, only for you to now form a different mean girl group yourself. And so you think you're better than me? I really hope you don't, because I've been there and I evolved. So again, and I know 100 miles an hour, she don't watch none of this shit. But again, if you just wanted me to show up, boo, so you could try to talk shit about me in my face, you know how to get in touch with me. There's ways. Because trust and believe. You're just a fart in the wind in my story. And it's the truth. Every single time. Every single fucking time. I won't tell no lies. And then the gossip wasn't even lies. The gossip was the truth about your life. And the stuff that you'd say. And the stuff that you would do. And the way you would treat our mom. So, I hope you feel real good talking about me behind my back. I hope when you look in the mirror that your esteem is just as high when you're talking about me behind my back. I could air out your insecurities. I could air out, I could air out your insecurities. I can air out even what else. I could air your shit out too. But who would I be to do that, huh? Because if anybody called themselves trying to air me out, especially about some past shit, oh, you got it all day long. Hey, yeah, I said that. Oh, yeah, I did that. Hell yeah, I sure did. But is any of that shit relevant now? No, it's not. And am I any better than you? No, I'm not. But I know that my heart posture, now that shit, you can't come for that. Because my heart posture is up fucking right. And even if I do come back and be like, you know what, I shouldn't have done that, this meaning this video, then that's what it is. But right now, I choose peace and trust and believe the words you speak against me, the Most High hear them. And he judging and he making judgment because for what? For what? You want to see me for what? Be there enjoying our Father. Okay? Don't think about me. Maybe reach out to the father of them kids and see about how y'all gonna figure out getting these kids to school next school semester instead of trying to have that forced upon our 70-something-year-old mother who is not in the best of health, who has to get up around 5 a.m. and travel maybe 20 miles one way. Well, I'm getting them out. Either she travel out way out there or she take them to school. However the hell ever. I'm sure it's damn near close to 20 miles. But see how y'all gonna work that out with each other. And instead of talking crazy about my mom and not even trying to give her so much as $5 in gas. $5 don't do shit for nobody gas tank. That's just gonna wet the tube. That's it. It's gonna evaporate before it even hit the damn tank where it is all at, where it's all supposed to go. No gas money. No thank you. No, let me take you out. No, let me buy you something nice. No, you know what? I'm so grateful. None of that. Maybe do that instead of focusing on what I may or may not be doing or may or may not be saying something that, that I'm doing something petty against you. Because if you feel that way about it, again, let's talk about it. And as long as we remain respectful, we can continue to talk. But if you want to lie, if you want to curse, you want to launch names, I'm not going to put myself in a child's place. I'm too grown for this shit. So, you all of 40 in a few weeks. What, 40? Yeah, 40 in a few weeks. And a couple of weeks, and boo. I was 40 last year, and I was elevating and changing my life and getting better and better in myself and my life and my mentality and my spirit. So by the time I turned 40, boy, look here. And now 41, shit, it's nothing. His 40s is nothing. Nothing. So with that being said, y'all, that is why when I hear the riffraff is coming into town, I just stay in my little peace palace. And once that blow over, step outside. It's a wonderful day, and I go on about my way. I tell you, look here, you cannot defeat my peace. Like the song said, you cannot defeat my peace. I choose peace. So maybe I should just fart, so you be a little fart in the wind. And yeah, so if it really bothered my dad, I'm sure he would call. But even then, if he called, I at the end of the day, I am an adult. It's just some things you cannot guilt or budge me into. It's just not at all. And I don't go to fake the funk. I've done it too many times in my In my younger years, I refuse to do it at this point. I know better, so I'm going to do better. And I'm going to say this to y'all as well. Don't let holidays or any gatherings, traditional gatherings, annual gatherings, whatever, don't feel obligated to go if the environment is toxic. If you know every time you go, that person always gonna have something to say, or every time you go, it's always gonna be some shit. Stay home, and then you ain't even gotta fucking explain yourself because if whoever decides they want to call me like, why you ain't show up, and then you be like, has anything changed? Nah, yeah, I'm good. So on that note, have an excellent Father's Day. If your father is gone, my heart goes out to you. If you don't know where your father is or you claim to not have one, that's your business and you have your reasons. And I really don't have anything to say on that because I have no way to relate, and I say this respectfully. Um, you have a father figure in your life, a mentor. Show them some love today. All right, I'm about to get off this joint.